Dion here. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and it's Wednesday. It's still Wednesday. 3 shows down and 1 to go. April 30th, 2025. It's been quite a month, and I'm glad that you're here. Nobody's here yet, but I'm assuming y'all will show up. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. There is one person. I don't see you being, okay, there you are. You're counted now. There's a little ditty that I sing at Church of Spirituality, and I'm going to sing it for you. Am I pixelating? The picture seems like it's pixelating. Are we good? Okay, good. I'm in the present, mind and body, here and now. In the present, breathing, intending that all is well. I'm singing that for all of you that attend Church of Spirituality. That's the kind of thing that we do there. I give you tools to navigate through your life. All is well, all is well, all is well. I'm singing them so you can use them. For the rest, you have to attend or go to Sundays at 1. Join us Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, or go back and you can always watch the service afterwards. So that was kind of good that I started with that, because I just listened to some of the horrible cabinet meeting. You don't have to join Church of Spirituality, just show up. We pray for each other. It's, it's all positive. So I just listened to this awful portions of this awful cabinet meeting. Did I say cool your jets during the show with Kathy? I don't even remember saying that. That's funny. Did you see excerpts from that cabinet meeting? I mean, I just want to tell you, I know it's awful. I know it's heinously horrible. But they're thank you, Teresa. But they're shoving our faces in their crap deliberately. It's deliberate. What's going to happen to Hegseth now that the German arrested 2 Russian spies? Did that just happen? Who had Hegseth's private phone number? Hegseth is going to be gone before long. Just everybody hang tight. The reason that they're acting in such a gloating way is because their days are numbered and they know it. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. And I know that everybody is probably feeling like they're going to get away with it and we're going into authoritarianism and damn them and it's all over. And I know that it's tempting to feel that way, but we don't need to be feeling that way. We can use this energy to get ourselves amped up, because the dark is challenging us. The evil is challenging us. It's taunting us. You can feel it. It's taunting us to see how much we're going to actually believe that we have what it takes. Right? And so everybody that's like, I can't deal. Yeah, when you feel like that, then go away for a little while, but come back. Rose is lighting her candle. Anyway, the cabinet meeting was... If you have a short fuse right now, don't watch it. Doesn't everyone have spies' phone numbers in their contacts? Oh, no, it's not over. Oh, my gosh, Amy. We don't even suggest that. We're rising up and we're kicking butt. That's for sure. The evil is mooning us in the face. So, if they get your goat, they succeeded. Yeah, the criminals have something big up their sleeves, but the interesting thing to me is that they're revealing it all over the place. I'm like the ever ready rabbit that keeps going and going. That is true. That is true. Take your anger out on your workout tonight. Good for you. That's perfect. Really good use of that anger energy. Let me know if there's any tech issues. We need to hold on to the light and manifest all the good vibes. The fight will be worth it. It's flooding the zone with shock and awe. That's exactly true. Exactly true, Michael. I want to thank all of you for leaving kind comments and for donating and for being you and keeping the vibration up and for supporting. Thank you, Michael. Audio is good. And for supporting Shelly at Healing Truth Tarot and supporting Kathy Beal, Professional Aquarian. So we're all in this together and we're doing the energy work. And that's really, really big. Tomorrow, our friend Barbara let me know that she looked up Indivisible. And there are rallies tomorrow everywhere. And here it's going to be a nice day. And we're going to start to see a lot more people showing up at the rallies for the simple fact, for one, that the weather is pleasant now. Even if it rains, it's not going to be frigid cold rain that goes right through you. I'm shuffling some cards. You had a wonderful dream last night, and before your alarm went off, 45 was arrested. Yes, and and thank you, Electrostorm. If you want to do the declarations that we're doing, send an email to AnnetteDion7@gmail.com and I will just simply copy and paste it and send it off to you. All right? Good. I can feel your enthusiasm. Thank you for being here. Remember to hit the thumbs up so we can do a group hug when we get at least 200 in the room and 200 thumbs up. I'm going to pull 3 cards on Dumpy. And I should be using the nefarious cards, but there's plenty of time for that. Yes, Musk had 2 hats on. Yeah. I sense... And man, I just speaking of Musk briefly, and we'll get into that in a little bit. He was acting like, at that cabinet meeting, and I just saw clips of it on Midas Touch. Thank God for Midas Touch, as much as I've bitched about them not bringing up that the election was stolen. But anyway... They're doing a great job. So support Midas Touch and all the other pro-democracy channels. So Elon looked like the little boy who was in the classroom who thought everybody hated him. But then they started to praise him. And then he was like beaming, like smiling, like, look, Mom, they like me after all. It was disgusting. And they're all sitting there and they're gloating on how much pain they are putting the American people through. And not only that, not only are they gloating about all the pain and the hurt that they're inflicting upon the American people, they're sitting there. These people are going straight to hell, by the way. They're going straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 or whatever it is. They're going straight to the devil's home. So the bowels of hell. They are deriving pleasure out of inflicting the most heinous cruelty imaginable. They're Nazis. On people. On the American people. And they're putting it on full display. When they know the cameras are in the room, they put it on full display. Look, and then to add insult to injury, they're telling us that the opposite of what is happening, that like what's happening is terrible. Container ships not coming to America. our former allies deciding that they're done with us, that America is no longer a friendly place. And they're gloating over it. And they're telling us that the opposite is happening. They're telling us that the economy is great. The economy's never been better. And then you could see them. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on about this cabinet meeting because it was one for the history books. Then they're all going around and Pam Blondie. Oh, Mr. President, nobody could have ever done such a wonderful job. This is historic achievements. You might as well be sitting with Kim Jong-un, honestly. Oh, it's so amazing. And then J.D. Vance. Oh, Mr. President, out of all the presidents whose portraits are on the walls, you far surpass any of the presidents that have ever been in this White House. You are so amazing. They might as well just bow down, prostrate on the ground, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. That might be next. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm really angry. Not at you guys. I'm just angry. Yeah, gag me with a spoon is right, Gloria. It was just gross. So actually, I changed my mind. I am going to go to the nefarious. Keep it up and you'll be forced to barf. It's barf worthy. Meanwhile, on ABC, I didn't see it. I didn't even know he was doing an interview. I happened to stop in to see my mom, and she had it on, and I said, I'm going to go. I'll be back later. And because I couldn't watch it because it was so awful. But she was curious to know, because I've been telling her that Trump's a dictator, and so she was curious, so she wanted to watch it. And I couldn't bear to be in the room, so I just left. I said I'll come back later. But that interview, that was one for the history books. We're making lots of news for the history books. If you saw our show with Kathy at 3 today, astrologically, it looks like they're all going down at once in the near future. Yeah. You need to laugh. All you're feeling is anger. Well, we'll channel it. Just channel it, right? Yeah, a great show with Kathy. I'm so blessed. I'm so fortunate. Thank you for posting my P.O. box. Meeting some really good people now to do collaborations with. So as I said, support Shelly at Healing Truth Tarot. Support Kathy Beal at Professional Aquarian. The best don't have as many views as we deserve. Turn your anger into protests. Yeah. The interviewer, I don't think his name was Tony. It was Tracy, right? If you just listen to what Dumpy is saying, he's making no sense, and he's telling you that there are things going on, that the opposite of those things are going on. Yes, we're all blessed. So I'm going to actually pull 3 cards about that cabinet meeting. And it's so interesting because what they're saying is how good it's going to be for them, right? You took the day off? Oh, you're taking the day off to protest. Good for you. Good for you. Yay. Oppositional defiant disorder. Is that what I have? I have something. I have pissed off Democrat. Pissed off human. Dad joke time. I used to be addicted to playing soccer with the nuns. Eventually I kicked the habit. Okay. The cabinet meeting. It's just a matter of time before they all go down to hell. It's just a matter of time before they all go down to hell. It's my new song. I just made it up. Just chant it. It's just a matter of time before they all go down to hell. All right. Yeah, he wants to be the Pope too. You know why? Because the Pope gets attention. Because he can't have enough attention. Anyway, as far as I'm actually reading on that cabinet meeting, the temperance card is, it's just like, there's stuff going on behind the scenes that's not bad, that's good, that they don't know about. It's true. I have the psychic facts. The Knight of Cups. Something's up with Marco Rubio. Anyway, the Nine of Swords indicates that they're not very comfortable doing what they're doing, and the more they're uncomfortable because they don't know who knows what. Which reminds me of the video clip that I saw, even though I didn't watch Jimmy Carter's funeral, I saw a little clip of Dumpy in the behind row to where Kamala was. And he just kept like staring at the back of her head, like boring holes into the back of her head. And his feeling was that I got about that, he didn't know what Kamala knew. And he was dying to know. Remember at Jimmy Carter's funeral, they both went? So I have the same kind of feeling when I'm looking at that cabinet meeting. I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes that they don't know, that people know what their crimes are. I'm talking about the cabinet meeting today. They don't know that important people in the world know what their crimes are, and that there's a plan being made to shut this shit down. Pardon my French. So they're getting more, the more nervous they get, the more you're going to see them doubling down on the cruelty. Melania looked mad at the funeral. I'm not quite sure that was Melania. Thank you, Rose. No apologies needed. I'm just channeling your rage. And that's what I'm picking up. There's no way they would know. How would they know? You've been dropping F-bombs everywhere? Yeah, we have to get our anger out. I've been talking to people, for years now, about people that I do life coaching, spiritual life coaching sessions with. And this is actually a thing. I'm going to tell you about it. I think it started in Japan. They have plate smashing rooms. So you can go into a place, you can rent your time, and they have a stack of plates, and you throw them against the wall, and you scream and yell and do whatever you want to do, and it gets your anger out. I recommend it. Plate smashing. Look, Google it. For a while, everyone was wearing masks at the supermarket. Like it's no big deal, but suddenly I'm the weirdo for adding tights and a cape. Good one. Good one. Please hit the thumbs up. We don't have 200 people yet. It's almost 20 minutes in. I don't know if we're going to get there. But everyone intend that we have 200 people here. Primal Scream Therapy works too. Yeah, if there's nobody around. Anyway. The more nervous they get, the more heinous their behavior. In a nutshell. Okay, now a lot of people have been bringing up Dumpy's health because he looks awful and he sounds awful. And I'm thinking, we could have had Kamala by now, but they interfered and they cheated and treated it like just like Kremlin style. They, in the last election for Putin. There was an election for Putin. They were, the soldiers were going door to door and holding, at gunpoint, telling people they had to vote for Putin. So if we actually think it's a stretch to think that Dumpy stole the election, that there's no stretch whatsoever. And Rubio Rubio he's in big trouble. Yeah, Dumpy sounds weak, and he is. No way was that Melania. I know. She looked manly. Melania doesn't look manly. Maybe it was a trans woman. I wouldn't be surprised. P. Egg says had a makeup room installed at the Pentagon. I guess he thinks he's staying. I'm pulling 3 cards about Dumpy's health. He has blood issues. His blood is full of lard. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so when I'm asking about his health, yeah. Okay, so there's this thing called tempting fate. Yeah, we'll read on Rubio. Remind me, we'll read on Rubio next, because Rubio was... Boy, he was doubling down on the... I'm just going to tell you, and I promise I'll stop telling you about this cabinet meeting, but I'm just going to tell you that Rubio, who I believe his family were refugees from Cuba. Does anybody know the facts about that? I think that's true. So... I'm reading on Dumpy's health, but I just want to mention about Rubio. At that cabinet meeting, he doubled down on that he's reaching out to other countries to see if they'll take all the immigrants that the United States is planning to deport. So basically what he wants is for other countries to make concentration camps available for these people that Marco Rubio is talking like this, that he is planning to deport. We don't even put mass murderers in concentration camps. Dumpy's health. This is like, there's a saying, he's tempting fate. Rubio's a demon, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, his life is in danger. Rubio's life is in danger. I feel that there are people that want to get... Oh, you're happy to hear that young man from Columbia University was released this morning. I didn't know. Can you put his name up if you have it? Dumpy's health. Just... I'm trying to describe this. Figure out how to describe this. Okay, if you ever were really sick, but you just needed to show up for a couple of hours, so you took maybe if you had a massive headache, you took an aspirin, maybe if you were nauseous, you took something for that, and then, so just so you could be there for an hour or two for something important. That's the energy I get around the orange buffoon. And... This card here is indicating, the Knight of Pentacles, that his insides are burning. The orange buffoon's insides are burning. Yeah, Gina, New York, the point that I'm making is I'm not even thinking about due process. I'm thinking about due process, no due process. I'm taking it a step further because I don't feel like enough people are talking about it. What are we doing sending people to concentration camps in foreign countries? And then go play golf, right? And so the other thing that I heard about yesterday, because I was listening to Dan Goldman in a hearing, I don't know who they were talking to, or what hearing it was, but Dan Goldman pointed out that this new budget that they want to pass includes about $30 million at least for Dumpy's golf trips. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. So if you're not really wicked pissed off, I'm wondering if you have a pulse. Yeah, he's just, I feel like they prop Dumpy up with an adequate amount of pharmaceuticals to get him to be present in the room for an hour or two for those press conferences, for which most of them he's sitting down. I think 90% of those press conferences, he's sitting down in a chair behind the Resolute desk. He used to make fun of Joe Biden for calling it the Resolute desk. And the Nine of Cups. Dumpy has multiple health issues. Multiple health issues. Now, here's the other thing. There's a lot of other things. But remind me to read on Rubio. You've been dropping the F-bomb all day? Yeah, well, we got to do something with that rage. Because they're not worth us being all toxified. I don't know how Trump is still breathing either. So now the latest one is all the bad things that are happening. Let's do a little test to see how much everybody's paying attention. Who is Dumpy blaming all the bad economic stuff on? Ready? Putin's useful idiot is running on fumes. I agree. Very good. Yes, you won the contest. It really wasn't a stretch, right? He's blaming everything. You all win. He's blaming everything that's bad. Poor Joe Biden. I mean, it was bad enough he didn't get any credit. It's bad enough that people were telling everyone he's got dementia. Our economy was the envy of the world. He healed relationships with our allies that Dumpy had ruined. Is Joe Biden going to get a break ever? And he's not even, we don't even see him. He went to the Pope's funeral and, we saw a little bit of him, but we don't even see him. And Dumpy's blaming it. He's de-aged. He looks great. Yeah, I bet he needed a big long rest. Can you imagine saving a country and saving the world in so many ways and getting zero credit? Well, Dumpy ruins everything. It's true. I always say that. So I'm pulling 3 cards about this, how this is going to go over with Dumpy blaming Biden for the economy. We need 200 people in the room to get 200 thumbs up. YouTube doesn't like me. YouTube's harassing me. They're giving me a hard time about having my leg. They won't tell me why that might be. There's no reason to tell me. I have to jump through hoops to get them just to tell me. Anyway, so I'm grateful for everybody that's here because I have to really, pulling teeth. I'm breaking up. Okay, I'll leave and come back. I'll wait for a moment and I'll leave and come back if it doesn't stop. Keep me posted. Okay, yeah, because sometimes it's in and out. I'm clear again. That's the best news I've heard all day. Okay, because I hate to jump off and then jump back on because I lose people. All right. Everyone send Reiki to my Wi-Fi. Dad jokes are on their way. Thomas is in the house. So what I'm reading on is how well is it going to go over? If athletes get athlete's foot, what do astronauts get? I think I've heard this one. Mistletoe. 3rd grade, I think. I'm asking how well it's going to go for Dumpy, that he's blaming all the miseries of the economy on Biden, who gave us the economy that was the envy of the world. It's not going to work. This is Dumpy in bad health. This is just let it play itself out. And the American people are going to be helping one another. So it's not going to, we know. MAGA has Biden derangement syndrome. I like it, Annette. Oh, Annette's so clever. MAGAs will believe him? Well, I don't care how MAGA you are. You know the difference. You know how much things cost when Biden was there and they were going down. And then if they had any savings, the MAGA people, I mean, retirement. I'm so clever. How am I clever? Thank you. Honestly. Now, I know that it's a cult, and I did address that in my Off the Ledge. I think it was Off the Ledge, because I made 2 videos this morning. I had just finished watching footage from the rally in Michigan. So he has to go out and have a rally. It was at some kind of community college, like auditorium, I think. So it sounded really loud when people cheered. I'm just saying. If you think it was a lot of people, it really wasn't. I believe we're going to be more united than ever once he and his administration are gone. Less than 3,000 people. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Zircon, you put 4 zeros. So it just struck me that how much, and I say it all the time, it is a cult. Because there are certain numbers of certain people that are so deep in the cult that if you ever talk to these people, all they can do is spew a bunch of Russian talking points. They're the same people that show up at all the rallies like they're being paid to be there. Well, let's ask, are they being paid to be there? Because, you know, that's what they accuse the Democrats of. So that means they're doing that. I don't know if a pendulum will show up tonight. Ah, there's one. Let's ask those people. Yeah, there may have been more people protesting than at the rally. Are any of those people paid? Yes, they're paid. Yeah, big, strong yes. Yes, there are. Somebody's asking. Gina's asking, are there any May Day marches in my town tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to attend one, and our friend Barbara, who's not here tonight, mentioned to me that she was looking up Indivisible and found that there's one right here where I live. So I'm going to go. And if I can find a place to plug in, I'm going to bring my PA and my guitar. I am. So that makes it easier. I don't have to drive into the city. So yeah, I see that there were paid fans at the Michigan rally. Of course there were. Look at what he's decimated the car industry. I think he would have to pay people, right? Okay, we were going to read on Marco Rubio. I did remember. You need to find a rally in Oakland. Check with just your local people, because that's what's starting to happen now too. There's a lot of rallies in just smaller towns and cities. Okay. Marco Rubio, what is his fate? I don't know if we're going to get up to 200 thumbs up tonight, because we don't have 200 in the house. This is my way of encouraging you to share my videos. Okay. Rubio. What's Rubio's fate? Hey, Warren, if you're there still, I think you know about Kamala speaking tonight. Can you put that information up? We are clever. Marco Rubio. Uh-huh. Somebody's ratted out Marco Rubio. That's what I get. It's in... I don't know if Warren's still there. Okay, so what's going on with Rubio is he's seriously under pressure to be as heinous as he possibly can. C-SPAN, 10:45 p.m. tonight for Kamala's speech. And what's the event? Warren is in the house. 10:45 Eastern, yes. I think it's on the West Coast. Kamala's speech, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm reading on Marco Rubio. I know, it's probably hard to follow. To follow me. I'm kind of used to that. So Rubio, the Two of Swords is indicating that he's between a rock and a hard place. He's indebted to somebody. I just feel like his life is being threatened. You should have heard him at that cabinet meeting. He was like, it was like a contest, a cruelty contest. Like, I am the cruelest one in the room. Really, seriously. And if you need any motivation to get out there and protest, I think I received, I think it was a Substack today. I'm pretty sure it was a Substack. Where there are Venezuelans who were rounded up in Texas who took it upon themselves to go out into this area. Maybe it's where they were letting them out to get air or whatever. And they formed the letters with their bodies that could be seen from an aerial view. They formed the letters that said SOS. These people have nobody having their back. You think it's time to pull out your necklace of garlic cloves? You saw that. Okay. Those things need to be out in the public because they're being hidden. Yeah, who's the cruelest of them all? It's a cruelty contest. They literally are seeing who can be crueler than the next one. They're going straight to the bowels of hell. They are. That's just how it works. All right. I'm going to read on Putin. What's going on? Okay, wait. I'm going to read on Witkoff. You saw the picture on TikTok. Share that picture. I'll share it too. I'll put it up on my community page after this. We're deporting innocent people to concentration camps. We're going to read on Putin. I want to just say that I totally understand why people would want to avoid all this. But it's the avoiding things that got us in this mess in the first place. Right? Okay, Putin. I'm specifically going to ask. Warren's got the information up there about Kamala. And we'll read about Kamala tonight too. They just voted today to allow Trump to deport American citizens to foreign locations. You got that news in Canada, huh, Suzanne? I don't know, Donnie, if you can share the picture here in the chat. I don't know how you would do that. I didn't watch Rachel Maddow last night about the mom and her 2 children. Okay. I'm reading on Putin first. Where's my sage spray? Woo! I need sage spray. Sage spray. Eric Swalwell did an interview. Oh, good. We have to support the good, strong Democrats. We have to show our support. Even if you come up and you say, I support you wholeheartedly. 3 cards on Putin. How's it going? Let's not talk about June 14th. Okay? You got the guy in Vermont freed from prison. A Palestinian student who protested at Columbia University. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, Darren, we're not going to look at June 14th as being a day that Dumpy has a military parade. June 14th, ironically, is Dumpy's birthday. That's not what we're going to have. Just mentioning it because you mentioned June 14th. Did Pope Francis laugh at heaven after hearing Trump wants to replace him? I think he knew. Pootie. Oh, well, Pootie also is between a rock and a hard place, just like Marco Rubio. Trying to do some magic tricks. Yeah. Putin is suffering financially. Just remember, was it Louis the 14th? Am I getting it wrong? I thought it was Louis the 16th. Who was married to Marie Antoinette? And they got it. They got theirs during the French Revolution. As far as Pootie goes, yeah, between a rock and a hard place is trying to do some magic tricks, and the Five of Pentacles, he's strapped. The 16th, yeah, Louis the 16th, the 14th. The 16th. Warren said the 14th. Louis the 14th. I think it was Louis the 16th. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure I had it right. If anybody needs help, it's okay. Kind of keeping up. If you're new here, welcome. And we almost have 200 people in the house, but we need 200 thumbs up. We only have 180 people present because YouTube hates me. Nobody can find me. Anyway. It's crazy. It's crazy. The reason that we're bringing up Louis the 16th and Mussolini is because we've read on it. And Dumpy was Louis the 16th and he was Mussolini. And he fears crowds. Read Thomas's joke. What other heinous person was I about to read on? There's so many. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a heinous person. I already read on Rubio. Where were you, Teresa? Did you go to sleep for a minute? Too fast for you. We're gonna read on Besant, the Treasury Secretary, blah blah blah, whatever the hell. The arrogance. Secretary of Treasury. Thank you, Electrostorm. Yeah, I guess I don't even want to give them the title because they're not anything. We need Terry to keep us on track. Well, I hadn't thought about anybody. Terry tells you what question I'm about to read on. I just was trying to decide what to read on. And so it's going to be Scott Bessent. He doesn't get along with Elon. Well, we'll see how it's going to go for him. I think he's going to be nixed. I think Bessent's going to be canceled. I have the Chariot, the Five of Swords, and the Moon. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. Your computer's stuck? I'm sorry. I totally understand. But no, it was Teresa who asked about Rubio, and I just read on him. We're like a big family here. Yeah, Bessent doesn't look good for him. Five of Swords. People don't like him. Michelle, my belle, I haven't seen you in forever. We don't do personal readings here. You know that, right? I know, you're just joking. We need to ask a pendulum question. Blast from the past. There's a lot of blasts from the past here. Yeah, hello. Good to see you. And my regulars. Okay, I'm going to ask, are we going to see in the month of May the dismantling of this? No, my sinuses aren't acting up. Why are you asking me that? Okay, so it's not. Why is Besant part of the administration? Because he's a loser. But it is getting warm in here. Hang on. Is this administration going to fall apart in May? I have a yes. What's the criteria? Michelle Mybell, you've been here before, right? We read on the politics. I do psychic readings on the news. I keep noise in my throat. I don't know what you're saying, Michael. I don't understand. There's a lot of pollen in the air. Don't pick on me! I'm trying to focus. Let's read on that. Let's read on what's going to happen to this administration in the month of May per our show with Kathy. Thank you, Amy. Book a reading with me. Why not? I love you guys immensely. Okay. What's going to happen to this administration? No, I don't think that Felon 34 uses an astrologer. I don't think he's into any of this. I don't think he's into any of this stuff. I don't think Dumpy's into any of this stuff. It requires a super mind. 3 cards on what is going to happen in the month of May to this administration. Marge is eating Chinese food. Nice. The message will be very, very, very clear. And the 5 of Pentacles is coming up. And the same thing came up. The same thing came up for Putin with the 5 of Pentacles. So this is indicating, I'm asking what's going to happen to this administration. Thank you, Rose. You get a bell. What's going to happen to this administration in the month of May. And the message about what they're doing is going to be clear to everybody. And the Ace of Cups is saying, yeah, it's going to be crystal clear to everybody that they are decrepit. MAGA included, not that they'll leave the cult. But it's going to be like, and in a way, I know in a convoluted way, this is good. And I don't know if I have it handy because I don't know. I'm fine. I don't know why Michael's talking about my sinuses. Unless it's just high pollen and maybe they're a little inflamed. But let me see. Let me just see if this saved. Yes. I'm gonna play this for you. No, that's not it. Hang on. Be patient. Oh, speaking of Substack. I wrote a new Substack. Please go to my new Substack. Let me show it to you. It's called, my new Substack is called The Art of the Steel. And I have a picture of the greasy-faced Dumpy. You always knew I was a snake before you let me in. I quoted him. Anyway, check it out. Oh, I was going to read on Kamala. Let's do that. Oh, look, there's a happy little seagull behind me. See him? The mind is always free. I like that Celtic seer. I'm going to read on Kamala. I do feel her coming back, and I do feel her being a spokesperson for all of us. I forgot I have tea leaves. All right. Kamala! It's getting very clear to everybody in this country what's going on. That's a good thing. Yeah, when Dumpy said, I don't care about you, just your vote. And he also said he doesn't need the votes. Remember that? And to whoever's saying she's supposed to give a speech tonight, according to Warren, it's going to be on C-SPAN at 10:45 Eastern PM tonight. Kamala. This card reminds me of when Kamala went into that little spice shop. I think it might have been in Pennsylvania. And the Six of Pentacles is people are going to start giving to democracy. I'm not sure what that event is tonight. The Eight of Swords. Kamala's feeling really like things got stolen from her. Understandably, because they did. Like, there's only so much that she can do. She wishes she could do more, but the message is really going to be strong and clear. And her message is going to be about, we are one American family. We are an American family. So she's going to start speaking a message of unity for us. And the Eight of Swords is she feels trapped. Like, she's so much that she wants to do, but she feels trapped. It's a fundraiser for the DNC. I think it's going to be very, very, very prosperous. But remember, they had $1 billion in fundraising funds. But, you know, you can't do much about a Putin-influenced, a Kremlin-influenced election. We don't have that figured out yet. The American oligarchs will have to feel the pain before they take a stand. They will feel the pain. Let's read on that next. Before they take the proper steps. Yeah, and I had said that early on. I had said that the oligarchs weren't going to like it. And it doesn't take a psychic, but that Bezos was going to have a really hard time with this tariff thing. Obviously. Yeah, you know what? Thomas is saying, I keep thinking it's just around the corner, but he's still there like a POS. Let's ask if Bezos is going to retract that and actually go ahead and post the cost of the tariffs. Is he going to... I actually am getting yes. And that could be that the people just know anyway. Yeah, the financial industry is pissed. Uh-huh. Let me ask this. Is there a bounty on Trump's head right now? I'm just asking. Is there a bounty on his head? I just thought I'd ask. I feel like I'm getting that people will know about the tariffs. They will know. So it doesn't matter like if you I think what Bezos was doing, he's definitely feeling the Amazon pinch. I know a lot of people, not only myself, that used Amazon that quit. That quit entirely. Well, we know Iran has a bounty on his head. Does anybody else have a bounty on his head besides Iran? I mean, think about how much he's hurting just about every industry. I'm not predicting an assassination. I'm just saying that it is... I hear psychically little whispers about what they want to do. And the Wall Street Journal is calling for impeachment. Yes. The whole regime has to go. Well, I did read on it. Let's read on it again. Will we see the whole regime come down? That's a yes. That's a definite yes. The whole regime coming down. It's a yes. Okay. I am sorry that we don't have enough people here tonight to do a group hug. And I kind of have to stick to that because I need your help. I need your help growing my channel. Amazon is losing customers. And I'm not saying you guys aren't helping me. I'm just saying I'm just putting the call out. If we don't even have 200 people present in the room, how do we get 200 thumbs up? How do we get rid of Speaker Mikey? Well, Warren, understand that, Howard Letnick is going down with the rest of them. The whole regime is falling down to the tune of London Bridge. If you refresh, you'll see the correct number of people here and how many thumbs up there are. Okay. Hey, Bond Blue. Okay, I'm going to read some tea leaves. Let's use our crystal pointer. Made from a stick from Maine. Are you feeling good, Bond Blue? Yeah, I think people are being diverted to other channels on Wednesdays too. I've kind of noticed that. That's why I need your help. Let's read some tea leaves. And then, before I do, I just want to tell you that on Thursdays we have our guided meditation for a healed America. And in addition to that, if you'd like to receive the declarations that we're saying to create the America that we want, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll send them to you. And I'm dependent on readings and donations and memberships here to keep this thing going. So please consider booking a session. And members get invited to a psychic party and they get free classes. There'll be a free class coming up next week. Okay, so you guys can look too. What we have here is, this looks like a leak. This looks like a tank springing a leak. I heard the Hegseth is more concerned with leak that he's going on. This is what I heard about Hegseth. So we're probably going to get some news about this. Hegseth is going around rather than, well, he's a good for nothing, all right? He shouldn't even be in that position. We know that. He's leaking everything all over the place. But Hegseth is going around demanding that people take polygraph tests, lie detector tests, to see if they leaked. I don't know what they're wondering, what he's wondering that they leaked, because he's the leaker. Can you say projection? So anyway, we're going to hear some news about leaks. Leaks. Yes, we are. And Venus went into Aries. There's some major female. I keep pulling a lot of, like today, I was pulling a lot of powerful female cards. We will get news about Russia. That looks like a bear. And the bell is news. That looks like a little, That looks like a little, a little bird that's bouncy, right? So we're going to see this reminds me of drones, actually. Drones, we're going to see more action we're going to see Ukraine taking the lead a little bit. And this is indicating, we keep on getting this, like a tunnel. There are things going on underground that we're going to start to hear about in the near future. And I think that they're good. There's stuff going on underground. Don't despair. And then what is this over here? Okay. A little hard to see. That looks like a pile of rocks or wood. Get ready to stoke the fire, women. Get ready to stoke the fire. And thank you. People are mentioning the Hogarth's astrologer is on the same time as I am on Wednesday, so I know. What do they say on the airlines? We know you have a choice of different airlines to take, and we're so glad you picked us. Something like that. So thank you for picking me, and thank you for being here tomorrow. Yeah, protest tomorrow. Happy May Day. Happy Beltane. I forgot to light my Beltane candle, but we'll have it tomorrow night. On Thursday nights from 7 to 7:30, we do a guided meditation for a healed America. You can do any of those meditations from any Thursday night that are already uploaded. 7 to 7:30 Eastern PM. If you'd like to book a reading and you can't book it for tomorrow on the site, you can send me an email because I think I don't have any appointments tomorrow. So, but you can't book now because it's a 24-hour advance booking. But if you'd like to book a reading for tomorrow, just AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. And thank you for all your support with following our shows. Namaste. Bye. Enjoy Kamala's speech if you catch it. See ya.